Hi, it's Saunter Scamper. It is Sunday, April 15th, 2018. My dreadlocks are 21 months old right now. And I wanted to just give you an update. So I have taken out my extensions as of last update. They had been taken out. So this is all my own natural hair. And I've got 51 dreadlocks now because I combined some of the skinnier ones, and I didn't make any new ones really, except for the ones around my fringe that I did like way back, like 2 or 3 months into it. So what's new with my dreads? Well, I did decide to remove the human hair that I used to maintain the roots. I had been wrapping it around the roots and to try and like sort of connect or section in the short hairs that were like new growth. I had been doing that, and I've done some videos on that. I'd done that about maybe 4 times, and I could feel that it was more coarse and harder. So what I will say is that even though I got that suggestion from Dr. Locks YouTube channel on maintaining roots, I think I used too much human hair for one, and it was not similar to my own texture, you know. So yeah, I used too much of it, and I could feel it because my own hair is finer, like thinner, finer hair. So I did remove it about 5 weeks ago. I used this, which is a seam ripper. If you're familiar with sewing, the part that's a blade is right here in it. So you slip the long part under, you know, what you want to remove, and kind of try not to cut your own hair. This is made for sewing, not for dreadlocks. But I did that because I was really wanting to, well, I was noticing that below where that was wrapped around, the human hair was wrapped around, it was growing down to like here, you know, all the way down to here. This is all like new growth. Then it was growing down here, and below it, the shed hair was not able to like slide down because I had made it too tight around there, and I had made too much of it. So the hair was detaching from my head, which is natural. It was not able to slide down and then create like a zigzag pattern. So I'd hold it out like this, and it would just kind of like fall down. And this part right here, this is an area where it was, this part was below a maintained section, a maintained spot. So I was removing that because I could feel it when I would go down my hair with my fingers, and I could also feel that it was not dreading right below there, and it bothered me. I don't know whether you would call that a weak spot or not, because the hair was straight, you know, straight connecting down, but it just wasn't dreading in that section. And it was driving me crazy. You know, I'm a tactile person. I'm touching my dreadlocks a lot every day, throughout the day. So I just decided to do that. I don't know if you need to or not, but it is what I would call something that you want to be aware of if you're going to maintain your dreadlocks, your roots that way. A lot of people that are on these channels aren't maintaining their roots, so they probably don't need to worry about this. But maybe other people that aren't making dreadlock videos are doing this. So what I'll say is, well, I don't know what I would do without maintaining my own dreads, but I have been not using human hair to maintain them because I just don't like the way it feels as it gets older. So I did remove it. That's one thing. Let's see, my hair are getting longer. My dreads are getting a lot longer. I've had probably like this much growth since I got the dreads. In fact, I can actually like show you on each dread where it gets like really thick here at the end. That's basically what was my hair before I had dreadlocks. Like the from here to here, this is my hair before dreadlocks. And then as my dreads have been growing, it's been all this. So they're not quite 2 years old, but they're growing kind of like, it's like a skinnier and more like consistent thickness. And then the part that's down here, this is like where it was maturing really fast in the first 5 months. And so my hair was like to the middle of my back, but layered. So it like shrunk up and as it matured, and then it got thicker at the ends. than the rest of this. So I guess I'm not palm rolling as much. Not like I would recommend against palm rolling. And I'm also not like washing my hair quite as much. Like I was doing it every day or every 2 days. Now I'm doing it about like once a week, a little bit less, a little bit more often than once a week. So maybe every like 5 days I'm washing my hair, my dreads. So yeah, so this is the length you have, and I'm going to show you because we're getting towards like 7 minutes here. I'll show you from the side here. So yeah, they're growing, they're getting longer. They're not consistent in size the whole way down because of the various things I've done to them. I actually dyed them, like refreshed the dye that I use, like the Vidal Sassoon Salonist. I still use that. I did that 2 or 3 days ago, and I basically just applied it to the roots and then a little bit like throughout, but I didn't work it in throughout the dreads because I've been noticing that there's breakage inside the dreadlocks. There's white on the ends of the little areas inside the dreadlocks. So I don't want to damage my hair with the dyeing. So I'm just like mainly like applying it to the roots. And I'm doing my dyeing about like once every 3 or 4 months. So it grows out about this much before I dye it. So right now it's a little darker color than what it will be when it fades out in about a week. But yeah, so the roots are dyed. So that's all I have to share with you. That's the update. It's still like not, I don't want to put my hair back in a ponytail because I sense that it is not good for my dreads and it's also not as attractive. So I do try to leave it down. I try to like keep it parted here on the side. Sometimes I even like throw it over like more to one side and do that instead of putting it back into a ponytail. Like I really don't because I just noticed that it hinders the maturation process. But one thing I do, even though my hair is more mature, my dreads are more mature, I do use the tightening spray on my dreads. Like at least 2 times in between washes. I really feel like the Dollylocks tightening spray is really important for maintaining the roots and keeping my hair balanced and moisturized because I'm not using conditioner on it when I wash it. I'm just using shampoo. Also, when I do get the itchy scalp, like sort of like dandruff-y, I know that I can't quite get rid of it, but I do use this hair pick type thing. I use it like along the roots. And then, I'll do this, and it really just seems like when it's itchy, it needs to be exfoliated, and then I'll just go like that. And this is with dry dreads, dry. So I'll just like go like that to get like the flakes out, because it is just like dead skin that needs to be removed. And I also will mix up a empty shampoo bottle with a little bit of apple cider vinegar in the bottom, which is really acidic and exfoliating, and then the rest will be with like filled up with like warm water, and then use that in the shower after I shampoo. I'll use it and then let it sit on there for like up to 5 minutes, and then I'll rinse it out and then shampoo it out. I think that really gets rid of the dead skin, and I do that like probably for about 2 months during the winter. Seems like it needs it. Throughout the winter it just continues to be a little bit itchy, and then I think that the problem is mostly taken care of. So I don't see it as a dreadlock problem. I see it as a scalp exfoliation issue that would be there if I didn't have dreads, just that it would be easier to like comb it and brush it out. So yeah, that's all I have to say. All right, I will talk to you soon, I hope. All right, bye-bye.